Hello everyone, Karen Wolf here in the art studio this evening. Let's paint a snowman. This really cute guy peeking around the corner. Haven't been on here for a while and painted. I haven't been on here for a while painting with you all, so I thought I would jump on this evening and we could chit chat and paint this snowman. Something cute. What I do here, I'm painting in acrylic, and I'm going to get the page up here so I can see comments if you guys are on here, if anyone's on here. You all say hey when you jump on here and let me know, and just say hello in the comments, something, so it'll pop up and I can see ya. And that also pushes the video out farther so other folks can see it too, because that's the way social media works. The more interaction there is, and the more you all chit chat with me and all the things, that's what pushes the video out. So looking for I don't know what here, just trying to get all my thoughts and things together. I have, I'm painting in acrylic. I have the drawing already sketched out here on this acrylic. It's oil and acrylic canvas paper is what I'm painting on today. You can paint on whatever you want, but that's what I'm painting on today, is this. And I'm not sure where I got it. Oh, I ordered it probably from Michael's, or I'm not sure. I think Michael's. But it's just a pad of 11 by 14. There's 24 sheets, and it's for acrylic or oil, and it's just a thick paper, and the texture is like, you probably can't see it, the texture is like canvas there on the front, and I don't know what it's like on the back. Same thing. And this is a painting that I did back in 23 of just a snowman. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just painting with a few brushes here. May or may not use them all. I've got some acrylic paint brushes there, synthetics. And I've got some acrylic paint that I had on my plate today, where I was painting a horse in my membership. So that's what I've got. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull you a little bit closer here so you can see what I'm doing. And this too will give you some sort of an idea of what I do here, what I'm doing on my online tutorials, and also in the studio when we paint over in the studio when folks come in and paint with me. So it's a lot of fun. Either way you do it, whether you're local, you live here, or whether you're far away and you can't come, then I'm trying to get this situated so you can see, but I'm not in your way. And that over there in the back, this is one of the newer paintings that we're doing, that I'll be recording this month, and it's a church, winter church, and it will be available as one of the online painting tutorials, and we will be painting it in the studio in January, I think. Yes, in January. Okay, so I've got you situated. So I've got some paint here on my plate. Like I said, we're just going to get our brush wet, go into the water with your brush. I'm painting with acrylics paint. I use Liquitex Basics, or you can paint with whatever you've got. It doesn't matter. I think what I'm going to do too, to make it so you guys can see it, oops, I'm going to trace it in darker so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get a piece of charcoal, soft fine charcoal here, a little tiny piece. I'm going to, oops, I'm going to draw this in so you guys can see it. Because sometimes it's nice to be able to see what I'm doing. Oops. Sometimes I'm not very neat what I'm doing. But when you come into the studio, you'll have the canvas, we'll have the image already drawn on it, and I'll have the paint distributed there for you, and all that. And I'll show you step by step how to paint, and that's what we're going to do here today. So I hope some people are able to jump on. You all say hey when you get on here so I can see who's watching. That's always nice. So I'm taking my 1-inch brush. I'm going into the white, and I'm getting a little bit of blue on my brush. I'm going to paint in the background here with some blue, just some light blue. Just tracing around that outside edge there a little bit up to the snowman there. And I usually just try to do some darker blues or darker whatever color on the outside, and then as I come in I'll add more white and lighten it up around the snowman or the subject, whatever it is, just because that gives it more interest. It has a little bit of light around the subject and dark around the outside edge. The dark gives you the eye stopper, keeps you from going off keeps you from going off the canvas. If there's no eye stoppers out there, you need something to keep you in here where you're looking at this snowman. But we just go in, paint step by step, really fun, very relaxing. Painting is therapy, and all of that. Oh, painted on my frame. I've been really busy here in the last few days. I've been cutting my canvas off of the frames for storage, and that's been a fun thing to do. It was kind of nauseating at first, but once I got into it, it wasn't too bad. It was nice to make room, and that's what this is. I cut that canvas off of the frame, and I mean, I wouldn't do that to your fine art paintings at all, but it did make a nice bit of room in my storage area. I have hundreds of paintings. I do. I paint usually 2 new paintings a month, sometimes more. I end up with so many paintings, and I paint in the studio over here, and I'm at home now in my studio at home. I paint over in Fairplane in the studio over there, and I end up with a lot of paintings. So, but that was a way to consolidate. So here is the background. We've got, see how quick and easy that was? Just easy stuff. I've just painted around the outside edge with blue and Keeping that outer edge just kind of more blue. This one's kind of more consistent throughout, but you can bring some lights and darks in there. Just keep your darks more to the outside edge. And that way you have that blustery, wind-blown, snowy day look. You've got your lighter blues into your snowman to keep you in there, and it just makes it for a more interesting painting. Alright, so I'm rinsing my brush, just getting that paint off of it, and I'm squeezing the water out of it with the paper towel. I'm going to go in and paint the hat. Let's paint the hat. You want to paint the hat a different color? You want it to be red, orange, purple? What do you think? Orange. I have green. I have all of these colors on my plate. Do y'all want to pick a color? You want me to wait for you all to pick a color? I can do that. I will. In the meantime, I can start painting the snowman. I think I'm going to do that with a 1/2 inch flat. So the snowman color is going to be a gray color. Since we have blue in the background, I'm going to switch to my 1/2 inch flat. I'm going to paint the snowman a gray color, which is blue and brown and white makes a gray color. And it's going to be a more blue gray. It's going to be more blue than brown, so it just makes kind of a gray color. So that's pretty dark, so I'm going to have to add some more white to that, lighten it up a little bit so it's not so dark. Alright, so down here in the bottom he's got some dark because he's in shadow down here, so I'm just going to come in, make it, he's in shadow here and here. Rinse my brush, dry it with a paper towel, squeeze water out of it with the paper, with a paper towel. Then I'm going to go in with some white and paint up to the hand. Here is mitten, and then blend it back down into the color that I just put on there, so it makes it dark into light. There's some light there, and it goes into the dark. And this is his belly. This is his he's hanging over, hanging out, and that's what he's doing there. He's just peeking around the corner. So then I'm going to take more of the darker gray here on the lower part of his face. This guy looks like he has a lot of dark on his face. A lot of dark. And this color will dry even darker. So if you think that it's not very dark now, you just wait a few minutes and it's going to be super dark. Super dark. I'm trying to get a little bit more gray look so it's not so similar to the background. I don't want it to look similar to the background. So then I'm rinsing my brush, squeeze the water out of it with a paper towel. I do need a little bit more white. It's white. But you can paint with whatever paint you have. You can use the little craft paints. You can use the Liquitex Basics like I do, or whatever you've got. Adding a little bit of white, coming in before this dries. This acrylic paper dries really fast. So I'm just getting some light I'm just adding white, and it's going to blend in with that gray that I've already got on there, and it's going to blend together. And this is going to be my dark area here, and then this is the middle tone, and I can add some more light to that after it dries. Okay, so I don't see any comments on color, so I am going to choose that color myself. Let's see. Let's do orange. The complement of blue is orange, so we're going to do orange. So that will look good together. So, oh, I about did blue. Hey, Sherry. So we're going to do, are you keeping warm? Not Siri. Go away. When I said that, you know who comes on there on my phone thinks I'm talking to it. Oh, but then the carrot nose is going to be orange. So how about burnt sienna color? Any color. You can make your hat, you can make it striped, you can make it any color that you want. Oh yeah. So I was going to make the hat orange, but I've decided that I won't because of the carrot nose going to be orange. So I'm going to make this just like a brown color here, kind of with some orange in it. But you can make it green, you could make it blue, purple, whatever, doesn't matter. And I might make that little tassel thing. Should I make it the same color like I did that one? So I'm just getting some color in here. As you can see, I'm not worried too much with any of that. And I'm going to mix a little bit of white with that color. And we'll do a little bit of light up here at the top, because the shadow is going to be down here underneath. I just made a lighter brown. You can put yellow in it if you want. Just do some light brown at the top, and the lower part is going to be. And we could make this. Do I like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I want to make it dark on the bottom too. That looks really dark. Okay, so get some, keep this dark down here at the bottom. I just used a brown burnt sienna. I'm just making this area right here the darkest part. That's funny. And then this is the dark down here. This is the dark part. You want to keep this in shadow. So it's dark over here, dark down here, and dark in the lower part of the hat. Then I'll take even more white and lighten that up on the top. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. And we'll make it look like snow up there too. This is just the light part of the hat. And then, just because sometimes it's fun to change things up a little bit and make things a different color. The mitten, there's a mitten over here. And a mitten here. This is a super easy one. You could do this one with your kids too. Do a little project, snow day project. And then two, we're going to put a little bit of white on that and make the top of this the lighter color. Blend it down into the dark. And make this the lighter color up here. And the same with the mittens. A little light on the top of the mitten, a little light on the thumb. A little light on the top, and light on the thumb. He's got to have a little tiny bit of a darker down there at the bottom. That did not dry as dark as I thought that it would. Just put a little bit darker so you can see the face was good. But this, not so much. All right, his nose is orange. A lot of orange on there. Well, I got a little bump of paint there. Unexpected. But we'll fix it. And then the bottom of the nose is a little darker, so I'm going to take a little bit of that sienna and go down to the bottom. And keep the top light. And just blend the two together. Just come in the middle and just touch those two together. And the mouth is a darker color. Looks like black, but it's brown. If you mix burnt umber and blue together, it makes a color that looks like black. And you can add a little bit of purple. If you use pure black out of the tube, it's just ugly. So I don't do that. I just use blue and brown. See how black that looks? It looks like black. And I need a different brush. I need some new brushes if you want to know the truth of the matter. I should have had Santa bring me some brushes. This one is really not good shape. Let's try a different one. Try and try. Okay. So we're going to go here. Getting that mouth in there. Gosh. I want him to be happy. And then his, he would look cute with some cheeks, right? Some little rosy cheeks, because maybe he's like cold. So I'm going to take a little bit of red and some burnt sienna. I'll make some cheek color. I'm going to tap that off on my paper towel. I'm going to make a little circle. There, isn't that cute? And then eye will be that same black color made from blue and, hey Kathy, blue and burnt sienna or burnt umber. Well, you could use burnt sienna too. And then we'll do a little eye, and let's do some eyebrows. Little eyebrow look there. And is that good? And then we need to do some highlights. So, and some snow. His we'll do snow up here. Do a little come across, make it come down like it's snow on his hat. Come here, make it go down like there's snow there. And I'm just coming across, and then I push down a little bit. And come back up. Got some snow there, a little bit of snow there. Some across this hat. And you can do that with whatever, whichever brush works for you. Do a little touch of light, just highlight there and on his that's cute. And then the snowflakes, they're real easy. Just take the 1/2 inch or 1 inch brush, a flat, take some blue and white, flatten your brush like that, flat, and whatever shows up. I'm not sure what'll show up on here, probably more blue. And then you just take the flat of your brush and you'll make a cross, and then you'll make a X, a cross and an X. And then you can make some of them big, some of them little. Make sure you have enough paint on your brush, because I don't. Want to look good here. Don't push down very hard. The harder you push, the fatter the line will be, and you don't want it to be real fat. You just want it to be real skinny, mostly. Put some up here, and that's coming out gray because I was going into my gray pile to get my white, so I need to stop doing that. But it's an X and a plus with a sign with an X, and you can make some of your in your darker areas, you can make some of your snowflakes more white, because they'll show up there. In the light areas, the white ones won't show up very good. And you can put some white on some of them. I did that on there. You can do some white on some of your blue ones, like that. Oopsie, that's what I mean when you push hard. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Okay, and then a real cool thing that you can do, let's put some snow on the carrot nose. One other cool thing that you can do is, and I don't like to make a pattern like that. I made 3 little lines, 3 little bumps. Is you can splatter some snow, and that's real cute. We'll do some eyeballs, do the white in the eyes here. I'm scooching. Do a little white. And then whichever way he's looking, we can put the dark. Probably have to do that once it dries. No. Splatter snow. That is the funnest thing in the world, is you take your toothbrush and you, not your toothbrush that you use, just an old toothbrush, or you can go buy a cheap one at the dollar store, and add water to make it like watery, soupy, some soupy white. Stir it up a little bit, tap it off, and then turn your brush sideways and pull back. I'm pulling back on these bristles and flipping the paint onto the canvas, and it makes it look like snow. Is that cool or what? And then when your brush gets empty, toothbrush gets empty, you can reload, get some more. And just don't get it all over your house and your carpet and your furniture. Right? And that's cool. That is that. A little easy snowman peeking around the corner. And if you were to use the yellow, I just used yellow, and I darkened this a little bit with some brown, burnt sienna or burnt umber. Just darken that yellow a little bit, and that keeps the or that makes, not keeps, that makes the color dark down there at the bottom. Okay? So, that's fun, wasn't it? All right. So, there is a really cute, no, this one doesn't have pink in the cheeks. I did that a little bit extra. This one has bigger eyes. I mean, you know, there's differences, but it's super cute, super fun, and easy to do. You could do some really easy little, take your liner brush and do some little wispies on the end of your scarf. That's cute. So, But we went this route with this color because orange is a complement to blue, but then realizing afterwards that he does have an orange nose, so everything's pretty much blue and orange. But you could do it in different colors. You could do green, you could do purple, you could do red, you could make it striped and have different colors like that snowman there in the back, like the door hanger there, or can you even see it? But in the we're going to be doing the door hanger in the studio. This one is also an online. It's available. The instructions for this one is online as a tutorial. This we will be painting in January in the art studio over in Fairplain. We have that one. You can go to artbykarenwolf.com and find these out on my website. This one is January the 16th. It is the new winter church we will be doing. I believe the door hanger is January the 10th. This one is a 12 by 16. Door hanger is 14 inches in diameter, and we have some other ones that are on the schedule for the kiddos. I have a cute little penguin for the kiddos. This one is really cute, 11 by 14 for the kids, and this one is the dinosaur for the kids. These are all in the studio, and to see when these are on the schedule, all you have to do is go to artbykarenwolf.com, and there they are, and it gives you more information. You can sign up for those, sign yourself up for those. But I wanted to jump on here and paint. I hadn't been on here for a while, and I wanted to show you, give you just a little sampling of what I do. And like I said, for the adults and the kids, I just go through step by step and show you how to paint your painting from start to finish. So, fun times. Right. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys. Be safe out there. It's really cold here, so I'm not sure what it's like in your neck of the woods, but stay warm and safe, and I'll see you on here next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.